Hey guys, today I'm going to show you a new finger exercise. Now this is an exercise I've been doing for most of my life, so it's a really great exercise. I stand by this one. I think it's one of the best finger exercises that you can do. Okay, and we're just going to go into it. So first thing is, what you're going to do, you're going to go one finger per fret. So first finger with the index, second fret with your middle finger, third fret with your ring finger, and then your fourth finger with your pinky. Okay, so we're going to follow that. But now we're going to do the same thing on the A string. And now on the D string, G, B, and then the E. Okay, so that's pretty much, that's half of it right there. Right? We're just going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 on each fret. Okay? Until we get up to the high E string 4th fret. From there, we're just going to go backwards. 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay? So now once we've done that, we've gone right back to the beginning. What I do now is I'll just move up to the second fret and start that same pattern there. And then I just do it again. Go up to the third fret and play that same pattern, starting on 3, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now, what I like to do with this is use a metronome. Okay, so I have a metronome going on. It's at 70 beats per minute. And I like to use this metronome so that way I can actually play this thing in time. But what I'll do is I'm going to play the 16th notes, which means I'm going to go, for each click, I'm going to play 4 notes, right? 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and So what I'm doing is that basically every time it clicks, I'm switching to the next string. Okay, and now that's 70 beats per minute. It's pretty slow. All right, but you want to find where you're comfortable doing it at. Do it at that speed, and then up the speed a little bit. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to jack it up to, let's go 120. 1E and a 2E and a 3. And if you need the help to do that, you should count it out first before you start playing it to help you find where the rhythm is. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E And now the idea is that, of course, you want to make this as perfectly accurate with the metronome as you can, okay? And playing it in time, because you want to have that precision control, okay? So, and the idea is to go as far up the neck as you can possibly go before it really becomes uncomfortable, all right? So that means you would, if you can, I have 24 frets, so if I could get up to then I'll get up to the 24th fret and play it all the way up there. You want to do that because it's not just about getting finger speed or finger dexterity. It's also about being able to play comfortably anywhere on the guitar. And so this is a really good exercise for that. And it's going to help you increase your speed for sure. The more you bump up that metronome, the faster it's going to the harder it's going to be. So it's going to force your fingers to play faster. So once you're comfortable playing this, now here's a interesting little trick. When you're comfortable playing this, right, this, you know, and you can do it almost without even thinking about it, that's when you know you can actually jack up the speed beyond, let's say you're comfortable at 120 beats per minute, which I just did, right? So bring it up to 140 and see what kind of catastrophe happens there. Because it may not sound good, it may not sound pretty, but you might be able to do it at least for a little bit, hold it there, and it'll fall apart, and then you do it again. But just keep with it. Let that metronome just keep clicking away as you're doing it, because that's going to help you build your speed up. So what a lot of people tend to do when they want to build up speed is they just try to just play everything a little bit faster. But sometimes you're going to really have to push it up, you know, a notch, like really try to make that jump. But the way to do that is with something you're familiar with doing already. You don't want to try to do it with like some kind of new pattern that you just learned. Like if I showed you this pattern, right, like right, if I just showed you that pattern and then you tried to do that really quickly, it's going to fall apart. You'll be like, I can't do this. It was a waste of my time. You see, he was wrong. Yeah, of course, because you're doing it with something you're not familiar with. You got to take a familiar pattern. That's why I like this one, because it covers each finger, covers all 4 fingers, and it covers every fret. So even if you start, let's say you started up here on the 15th fret. You're going to get used to playing up on those higher frets, which you definitely want to be able to do, because it's going to allow you to play up here more comfortably when you are doing other things. Okay, and you'll find out that playing up here, when I was younger, I wanted to get, I'm a lefty, and my guitar was a right-handed guitar, so it kind of cut off about here. Okay, and it made it very hard for me to reach these frets up here, but I wanted to learn all those really cool guitar solos, you know. And I went to the store, and I saw a Gibson SG, which is basically a double cutaway. It's cutaway all the way here and all the way on this side. It was right-handed, but I said, wow, I could probably reach all the frets with that. That's perfect. So I asked the guy how much it was. Of course, the number was like beyond my, I don't know, it was like $80 paycheck I was getting from the convenience store I worked at. I was in high school. So I was like, oh, well, that's not going to happen. But the guy's like, why do you want that guitar anyway? And I'm like, because so I can reach up here and play all the high notes. And he goes, but that's lame. No one likes doing that. That's like what the losers do. And I was like, oh, well, maybe this is not the store for me to be shopping in. All right, because I wanted to play those things, and he's saying that that's what the sissies, the losers do that. And I was like, okay, but the one thing was that I was like, okay, forget that guy, forget what he thinks. I don't really care. I just know that I still want to do that. I don't care what he calls it. But the point was that I wanted to be able to play up here and play comfortably. And it turns out there's a lot of things you can do, really cool, interesting stuff you can do up on this part of the fretboard that you can do up here. But by doing it up here, it totally changes the sound, because you're playing an octave higher. But it changes up that sound, so you're not stuck just playing it up here. Okay, and you can actually do bigger jumps in notes up here because of how small the frets are. So you can actually create melodies up here that you couldn't really create over here. And even some of these notes up here on top, they do exist over here. But because of the closeness of the frets, you can play like these more extended like types of melodies that you wouldn't necessarily be able to do over here because it would be too much of a stretch. So it's very important to be able to play up here in this part of the fretboard comfortably. So I recommend, even if you've been playing it up here, and let's say you get up to like the 8th fret, and you go, okay, my hand is wiped out, right? Next time, start it up here. Start on the 12th fret and start playing from that fret on the way up, okay? So that way you can also get used to the closeness of these frets up here and get comfortable playing up there. All right, so I hope that helped, and thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit notifications, okay, so that way you stay informed with all the videos as they come out. Thanks for watching.